Welcome to another Pilates Mödling talk today with Brett Miller from Pilates Intel. Brett, could you tell my clients what Pilates Intel is? Because they don't know that.
Pilates Intel is an online magazine, so it goes out almost every week, and I have and it's all about Pilates, and it's articles that contains articles from myself, but also many people from many different styles of Pilates, and and I've been doing it since 2013, so it's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And where do you find the people to write for you?
Well, now because it's well established and pretty well known, people usually contact me and ask if they can write. But then also I'm also well connected otherwise and so I will contact people and say, will you please write? And they usually say yes.
Okay. Nobody said no, I don't want to write.
Some people say no, but not all.
Okay, very good.
They don't have time, or things going on.
Okay. Yeah, I got to know many people via your website. That's amazing because it's such a good content that you offer, and it's so nice and inclusive for all Pilates styles.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. And I like your articles that you write yourself.
Yeah, right. So right now I'm doing a series on how to get up off the floor. So
yes.
I think I have 4 or 5. The first one went out and I have 4 or 5 more to come.
And what made you do this article series about getting off the floor?
I think that you should have the strength. I think everybody should have the strength and the coordination. If it's the strength and the coordination to do it, because that means this is an indicator, right? There's nothing that means no black and white, but it's an indicator that you are in good shape. If you have both the coordination and the strength to come up off the floor, then your body is pretty well in good shape. It's a good indicator. And then your whole being is in better shape. So
exactly. How do you help people get into this shape? Do you tell them some tips or via the
specifically for coming off the floor, I have come up with a series of exercises. So, and the first one went out. And in my classes, I teach these specific exercises that I have. So, and they're on YouTube, well, or at least one of them is on YouTube, and more will come. Okay.
And using the reformer, for example, the footwork would be a squat lying down. This is also preparation for getting off the floor. So
absolutely, all of Pilates, I mean, all strengthening exercises, and I mean, all Pilates is preparation. But yes, also the footwork. But oftentimes people still aren't, even though they have the strength, they don't have the coordination and the thought to get off. So I tell them to slow down and we go step by step so that they're able to do it.
Good. Mm-hmm. What other kind of sports or movement practice do you do?
I swim a lot. So every week I will have a workout and I will swim 3,600 meters. That's pretty long.
God, that's very long, because I do this only once a week and only 1 hour with a swim trainer. But this is, how long do you take?
1 hour and 10, I'm able to do it in 1 hour and 11 minutes. So that's,
wow.
And then also I go to this place in Stockholm and I will run up these really stairs about 12 times. So that's once a week, swimming once a week, and up the stairs and down once a week. And that's really heavy. Then the rest is, I'll have a good reformer, good classical reformer workout on my own. I have a reformer here in my home. I have a full studio in my house.
Okay.
And then also, like today is Sunday. Today's my easy day. And I just did a nice Cadillac and with lots of hanging and lots of moving with the spine.
Good, functional movement.
Yeah. And then, of course, when I'm teaching mat, I also do it at the same time. So I have 2 mat classes a week. So the rest is Pilates. So swimming, running up and down, Pilates.
Very good. And when you teach the mat classes, do you work out with the clients?
Yes.
Yes. So you show them the exercises.
They can watch me do it, and I think that really works very, very well.
Okay, so you get your workout while they get their workout.
Yes,
Okay, good.
I'm able to give them corrections at the same time. But also, I've learned to be more hands-off, and really, it just takes us, for every individual, people who are truly interested in Pilates, they do come to me, and then you just have to a little bit figure it out on your own. And I try to help, but I have been giving much less feedback to my clients, whereas I used to. And I think that's true for every teacher that I hear.
That's true.
You just do less and less, and because they have to figure it out, and you have to give them space.
And you give them independence to find out for themselves. That's very good. Cool. My first Pilates workout with a non-German speaker was with Bob Liekens. He came to Baden, to Austria, and he taught reformer on the mat.
Yes.
And I was fascinated because I was a mat teacher at that time. And I told Bob, that's so nice, these new exercises. And then he said, if you only do mat, you only do 10% of the work. There's much more to do. The 90% is in the equipment. And yeah, that's when I started doing it.
Yeah, good.
How do you know Bob?
Well, through Pilates Intel, I knew of him just because he has a reputation, and then I can see who subscribes to it, and he did subscribe, and then I just immediately contacted him and said, can I please do an interview with you? So I think there's 2 or 3 interviews on my website with Bob that we sent out. So, and he was very down to earth and very honest, you know. For 2 things. So we know that he's part of the classical crowd, but he, you know, that classical crowd can be quite fanatics.
Yes.
They can be fanatics sometimes, but he wasn't. And he, for example, he said, no, Ramona, she changed Pilates. She did. She made changes to it. And also, and which is fine, but you know, other people will say, no, she didn't. Oh, she kept it only the weight. And he says, no, simply that's not true. And then the other thing is that with the Gratz equipment, which some people think you can only use that, he was like, no. And the Gratz equipment, for example, on the reformer, there's only one strength of spring, and the people think, oh, this is the way it has to be. And the equipment I used when I was teaching with him had different springs on it, and he was like, that's silly. And I also think it's silly. I mean, you may prefer it, but to say that this is the only way to do it, that's fanatic.
Yeah. He let everybody do his thing and still gave his corrections, and he wanted you to have a good workout. Yeah.
So I like him a lot, actually.
Yes, me too. I remember when I went on in a horse carriage with him to show him Vienna. He was into arts. And the only thing he wanted to see in Vienna, we thought, my friend and me, we thought we bring him to coffee shops and things, but he wanted to go to museums, only museums.
Yeah, I took his lead program, 2/3 of it, and I'm very careful and sure to say that I did not complete it, because when he died, then I didn't have the paper itself was not important for me. It was the learning experience
with
for
him.
some people. Because I wanted to learn. I mean, Ramona, of course, I never studied with her, and I would have loved to. And I would, but that was the next best thing as far as I knew.
Good. What was your original Pilates training?
Stopped. So, and that was an excellent base. But they try to, like all schools, some schools more than other, they try to, keep you there. But it was a very good base, and then I went on and learned more.
Good. Yeah. Some people say that your Pilates career starts after you had 10 years watching clients move.
Yeah, might be so. That's true. I mean, that's right.
And it doesn't matter who you trained with, it's how you develop and who you listen to and how you find out what's the best way to make people move.
Yes, because, it's an art with deep wisdom. So that it really just takes time.
Oh, that's nice.
There's no recipes and stuff like that.
Right.
So, you start with recipes, do this, inhale, do like that, but then you move forward and really deepen into the wisdom of it. And then you try to convey it. And that's why we do less and less with clients, because you can lead them forward to wisdom, but they have to find it themselves.
Oh, that's so nice that you said it's an art with wisdom in it. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wonderful thing. Brett, you are a software developer. That's your first job.
Yes.
And Pilates is a hobby, and you still put a lot of energy into Pilates. How does this work-life balance work?
Well, now, especially with things have changed, the whole paradigm has changed. I can work from home much more. So I save time by not having to go to the office. I do sometimes. I work for Ericsson, for the radio network, and I develop software and for them. And so I'm able to work a little bit and then do a little Pilates, but I don't work very much. I work about 5 or 6 hours a week with clients, and then I'll do my own workouts for a few hours, but I don't work many hours. And I like that, because then I can always be, I can always be on. I don't, if I would have to make my living from doing Pilates, I could do it, but I wouldn't enjoy it as much. And I would not be able, I think it's true for everybody, if you're honest, you can't be completely on for 10, 12, 14 hours a week. You have to pull back.
Yes.
But that's okay. There's no anything against that.
Yeah.
I'm able to, I have the good luck to be able to do it just a little bit.
Cool. And then you organize wonderful workshops. You organize workshops with Ellie Green, for example.
That's right, Ellie Green. And then, so I've been doing workshops here. I've been hosting workshops here since I think 2014. And I did two a year up until Corona.
Yeah.
And now we'll see if I can get started up again. Now, things are a little bit more difficult and people are a little bit more hesitant. And also the war that's close to us and close to you too is a lot of the people who come are like from Estonia and those countries. And they're not that, of course, the war is not there, but they are nearer, and it's,
So they didn't book the workshop, you think? They didn't have not enrolled yet?
That's right. I have in this so far, the interest in the workshop that Ali is doing in June, for some reason, is quite low. And I think so. But we're still going to have it, and we still have people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we used to have like 27. And now so far, I think we have 8 or 9, which is absolutely
okay. I made an interview with her, and I hope this interview also makes people come. We will see. I'm sure. Ali is wonderful.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person. I also travel and do workshops around, and I have been to Ali's studio twice. Okay. So, and she's a beautiful, I think the way we teach is very, very different, but I think she also teaches from the perspective that there's wisdom and depth. And she wants to draw you in. She's more of a, as I understand, I take her workshop. I'll be happy to take her workshop. I'm still very regimented. You should blah, 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 blah. But she's more free in her thing. But I really look forward to what she has to offer.
Yes, it's wonderful. I took a lesson right when you introduced us via email. I took a Zoom lesson, and I learned a lot about my rigorous way of doing things. And she is much more free, and I felt that my body is not, but it needed that. So wonderful. I would come, Brett. I would come. I'm coming next time. I want to see Stockholm. I want to see you. The next time I'll come to your workshop.
So maybe there'll be a little bit less people. So far, it looks that way. But hopefully they'll just love her, and then the word will get out, and we'll do it again next year.
Exactly. I wish you all the best and good luck for this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being my guest.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.